Hey, Max, nice to see you in person. How are you?
Hey, yo. Very good. I'm in airport, so sorry for some potential background noise, but I'm very excited about this talk.
It's great that despite the fact you have difficulties, you're still here. It's great. Thank you. Do you have a presentation?
Sure.
You can share your screen at the moment via the button. Yes. And you're welcome. The audience is yours.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm Max. I'm the founder and CEO of Intropia. I have a free native professional network. And today we're going to speculate on what's driving bull cycles and how to succeed in the exciting world of Web3. So let's dive in. My goal is to help you, Web3 pilgrims, to understand what bull cycles are driven by and prepare you for the next one. We're going to discuss what's next, the drivers of the bull cycles, the nature of value in Web3, reputation-based token distribution, and the power of narratives. And finally, we'll wrap it up in an actionable summary. So I'll start with a quick background story. I have more than 10 years in crypto and growth. I co-founded Byzantium, one of the most successful crypto growth agencies of the 2017-18 season. In 2019, I also co-founded Make It in Ukraine, the recruitment platform helping Ukrainian talent to land jobs in promising international product companies. And last year, we've started Intropia, the first professional network for Web3 organizations, helping them to hire exceptional talent and attract contributors for their grants, bounties, and hackathons. I also advised a few dozens of Web3 startups on the strategy, tokenomics, and growth. And I believe that my experience have given me some unique insights into the landscape of Web3 and its future, and I want to share them with you today. So what's going to be the next big things? Based on my insights, I believe that it's going to be value/reputation-based token distribution. Every new bull cycle is driven by the new narrative and the new token distribution. And this value reputation-based one, from one side is quite evolutional development of the industry. From another, it wasn't really possible before the last cycle, and that gave birth to lots of DeFi, NFT, and identity protocols enabling this on-chain reputation and value attribution. You might ask, how does Max know what's going to be the next? Well, over the past few months, I've been conducting pretty extensive research and have had fruitful conversation with lots of different VCs and world-best launchpads like CoinList, Polkastarter, Impossible Finance. And I've also been involved in some of the recent token launches like CyberConnect and Radiant Capital. And all these interactions have strengthened my belief in the emergence of this reputation-based distribution. But first of all, let's take a historical perspective. And looking at the past, we can see an evolution from a permissionless distribution like mining, moving to a semi-permissionless model like ICOs, and then towards a gated approach with IDOs and IFOs. And in the last couple of years, we've also seen the first shoots of reputation/value-based distribution with all the latest airdrops, from Arbitrum to Optimism and so on. And this trajectory illustrates the evolving nature of our space, and I believe sets the stage for what's to come. So what really drives these bull cycles? I believe that it's a mix of greed, which fuels the desire for this exponential returns. It's narrative, the story that captivates and engages the community, and the value, the actual worth that people and projects bring to the ecosystem and the new bull cycle is optimized for. So let's talk about value. First of all social and economical interactions are essentially value exchange, right? And when it comes to token sales, the projects give you ownership, they give you governance rights, they give you potential upside, not as an act of charity. They expect something in return. And I distinct it into four main things. First of all, it's alignment, for deepening bonding between users and projects, where users also become investors and contributors, and they can be better users when they also investors and contributors, and they can so they have alignment between different roles within one project. Second is the security in a sense of decentralization. So basically, both on the technical level, like proof of stake, and regulation level, being decentralized and distributed. I'm sorry for this background noise for 1 second.
It is your flight?
No, not mine. Yeah,
okay.
so
we can continue.
Second value is the security in a sense of decentralization, both on technical and regulation level. Third is obviously growth. So whether it's user growth, following, active wallets, builder activity, and other metrics used to evaluate project worth, it's beneficial for project to incentivize growth of these metrics. And the last one, which is liquidity, is relatively a new thing. When token incentives used to bootstrap initial liquidity for DeFi protocols. And how you can be valuable in Web3 to access better opportunities in the future, in the next bull cycle. So first of all, is capital, but it's not just about having capital. Influence and talent are equally important, or even more important than having capital, because capital is the cheapest asset in Web3, and talent, in my opinion, is the most expensive, the most valuable, and the rarest asset in the whole industry. For instance, having a decent following on Twitter or being capable in creating Dune analytical dashboards will give you more chances to make lots of money in Web3 than just having, I don't know, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 on your wallet. So next thing is reputation, and it's very exciting to see that now we can transition from quantity as amount of money to quality as amount and quality of your credentials. So, for instance, again, having a wallet with a long transaction history, variety DeFi, NFT, and Web3 social activity will be a huge competitive advantage in the next cycle. And let's see what kind of reputation we can obtain and prove on chain. Essentially, we can divide them in two parts. First is wallet state. It's what's now. It's your balance, it's your holdings, it's EVM chains you're interacting with, it's your NFT collections, Web3 social accounts like Lens or Farcaster, and the different badges and credentials given by different organizations and people. And it's also your DeFi positions like your liquidity provision and lending, borrowing, and so on and so on. And is your wallet history, right? It's what happened in the past, because we have this immutable ledger that has history about everything you've been interacting with your wallet. It's when you started, what was your wallet all-time high, your DeFi, NFT, DAO activity, if you've been voting in DAOs, if you've been deploying smart contracts, if you've been multi-sig signer. All of these are essential parts of your on-chain reputation, credibility, and it significantly increase your chances to get airdrops and allocations in the next cycle. So how to grow your on-chain reputation? In my opinion, it's pretty easy. Basically, it's using different dApps across different layer ones and layer twos. Engage with the community to earn badges and contribute to projects via bounties, grants, hackathons, participating in different events, and so on. For example, participating in DAO governance can significantly enhance your on-chain reputation and give you some benefits in the future, besides just influencing the direction of one specific DAO. And the last thing is the narrative and narrative is the king, in my opinion. So let's see what is narrative and what's not. I believe that narrative is just a compelling story that drives industry forward, creating a sense of shared purpose and direction. But it's not merely a marketing strategy or a buzzword. It's the embodiment of the vision and shared values that are understandable by wide audience and driving new users and liquidity into a specific niche. For example, we can say that LSD, liquid staking derivatives, are the new narrative, while account abstraction is not, despite the hype around this new concept, but it doesn't actually drive new user and new liquidity. So what should we expect in the next bull cycle? Answering with the words of the ancient Bushido code, a warrior is not a soldier, but the one who is always ready. And as we navigate the dynamic terrain of Web3, our samurai way should be to expect nothing, but be ready for everything. And another buzzword I had in my headline, which is AI. And the question is how AI might influence the next cycle. Well, to be honest, I don't really give a toss. It's an example of how narratives can trigger curiosity and pretend to be the next big thing where they actually not. And in the world of Web3, we should stay focused on what truly matters, on the value, reputation, and building new, better institutes. So to sum up, cycles are driven by the grid, value, and narrative. And to thrive in this ecosystem, you should give value first, and then you receive value in return. You should cultivate your on-chain reputation, follow the narrative, and don't be fooled by distractions and people and ideas pretending to be narratives while they are just buzzwords. So as we conclude our journey today, I invite you all to stay in touch. It's my Twitter, Lens, and LinkedIn. And yeah, let's continue to learn, innovate, and shape the future of Web3 together. Thank you very much. It was faster than expected. I expected to have about 20 minutes talk.
It's okay.
Now we have
I have questions.
questions.
Not a problem. Yeah, sure. So as I understood, reputation is not a new thing, right? So it's like a well-known thing in Web2 world and in all the worlds before the technical revolution. It's so in this case, it's like a technical update of Web3, right? When you can see the on-chain data to see all the history, transactions, all the your participation in different DeFis, right? Right?
Yeah, so it's actually beautiful what's happening on the identity and reputation side of Web3. So reputation is very intangible thing, right? You cannot feel it, you cannot touch it before. And
but you can ruin it very easy.
And you can ruin it very easy. And in Web3, reputation becomes a real thing that you can permissionally access, just having the public key, the wallet address of someone. You can analyze it very deeply. And reputation in general, we're working on this concept in Intropia, is not about you, and reputation is not about what you do. Reputation is about reputation of people that trust you. Yeah. So let's say Vitalik Buterin thinks that I'm pretty good marketer, and this pretty good marketer from Vitalik Buterin probably is 10 times more valuable than if some random guy from Bangladesh will say that, oh, Max is the best marketer I ever met. And it's not about what people think about you, but it's about who and what think about you. And in Web3, we also can analyze not just like the tokens you buy or hold, but also when did you buy them and when did you sell them, and did you make smart moves, or you always doing like stupid moves and lose every time when you're trying to invest or speculate with assets. And also it shows like if you holding and providing value to the protocols via staking, validation, and voting, or you just buying tokens to sell them on the first green or red candle, depending.
But anyway, the base of reputation is your skills, your activity, because Vitalik Buterin won't say you're a good marketer if you're not a good marketer, actually, right? So your skills and value, real value, is very important. And the second question is a bit provocative, maybe. What is better, multi-accounts with so-so reputation, or all in for one account with perfect reputation? On your mind.
Oh, it's such a hard question.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know the answer, because I'm personally trying to accumulate as many credentials and reputation points on my main wallet, but also I'm using all different wallets not to
abuse
show all my active and abuse the system. So yeah, it's very hard. I really bullish on projects like Sysmo, where you can port your credentials from one wallet to another wallet and have this single wallet where you accumulate all your reputation, but from another side you also can kind of abuse, so you won't be porting negative reputation and negative credentials to your wallet. So it's always will be not very reliable, but it's going to be much more reliable than your bloody LinkedIn page where you can say whatever you want and no one can prove it.
As for me, it's a question of what do you like to be. If you want to be a person with the high credentials and high reputation, you do it. If you don't care about this, you need only money, so you make multi-accounts, and I don't give a fuck about reputation. Okay, the next question, which we ask all our speakers, what do you think can boost Web3 in Ukraine? In some bullet points.
So Ukraine is so ready for Web3 in terms of that we have this national distrust into the government and like the institutions, and I think now already 20% of all Ukrainians are using crypto, and Web3 is a very logical and evolutional step where we just own our money, reputation, and use DeFi as trusted and reliable provider of liquidity, exchange, and potential earnings. So I think it's just about education, because the negative side of Ukraine being so into crypto that a lot of Ukrainians are into scams, token sales, pyramids, and other shitty projects that have nothing to do with like real crypto and the real values of crypto we've been trying to build and promote the last 10, 12 years.
Okay, next question is not so serious. So it's like a social survey, and let's pretend you're not the CEO of the company, just regular crypto man. So when the bull market will start?
When it starts, or when the bear market ends?
Let's start when the bear market will end. Okay.
Yeah. So I believe that we need to see one more.
I'm not asking about the date. I'm asking about the points, the reasons when we can.
I'm understanding through this lens. So first of all, we need to see one more dive and huge liquidations before we can start growing, or say that we passed through the bear market. Everyone I speak with expect to see the next bull cycle, as all the previous ones, right before the next halving, which is planned for mid of 2024, as far as I remember. And yeah, so I expect to see one more dive of BTC and all the assets. SEC and regulators burying crypto. Yeah, I think that's when we see the end of bear market, when everyone will be in despair, and we'll see the next bull cycle when everyone, when no one will be expecting it.
Okay, so we have to eat shit one more time, right? So to dive deep before it happens.
Yeah, but it
also I think it's again we return to regulation, because it's very connected. At the moment, we see what's happening in the US and in Europe. So the regulation is very important for starting the bear market. Also, no, not starting the bear market, bull market. Okay. Okay. So thanks for your presentation. It was very interesting. I think it's very important for Ukrainians to understand how to build reputation and value, because our people have a lot of talents. They have a lot of things to show to the world, and I guess that Intropia can help our people to say about themselves worldwide.
Yes, this is our mission, and we're trying to do all our best to make it happen.
Okay, thank you. Have a good flight. It was nice to have you here. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.